Hey eTalkers, and welcome back. We hope you had a great summer and are ready for an exciting new season. This week, we're covering all the latest celebrity gossip, reviewing VMA's fashion, and discussing the new movie, It Ends With Us.
Hey eTalkers, I'm Claudia.
And I'm Lexi.
We have lots of celebrity drama to fill you in on, so let's get started. First things first, the Bachelorette finale. I heard there was a lot of drama surrounding that. To be honest, I didn't even watch this season, but I heard about the finale. So apparently, Devin, who won, called off the engagement immediately after they got back from Hawaii and took everyone by surprise.
Oh.
And then just a couple days ago, it came out that he actually had a restraining order against him from his ex. He's kind of crazy. So people are like, why didn't the casting people catch that? I feel like they should be doing a more thorough background check.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. That I would not want to find that out if I was her.
Yeah, so that was tough for her, but then she immediately went on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like the cast for Dancing with the Stars this year is kind of crazy. There's a lot of people. I don't know if you saw Anna Delvey.
Yes, with the ankle monitor.
Yep, they bedazzled it. Also, 2 Olympians. The gymnastics pommel horse, I don't know if you saw that over the summer, the guy that totally went viral for the pommel horse, and then one of the girls that did rugby. Yeah, and then the Bachelor and the Bachelor are on Dancing with the Stars at the same time.
Oh, that's interesting.
So,
they're not dancing together, are they?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, it should be good. I watched it. There was some questionable performances, but yeah. The other big thing this summer, Love Island.
Yes.
Did you watch that?
I did watch that. I was very into it.
I was very invested, which I've never watched Love Island before, but then everyone was talking about it this summer, so I was like, I have to watch it. And it took me forever to catch up on, but yeah.
I hadn't watched it either, and I'm not a big reality TV show person, but I did get very invested, and I had to make sure that I didn't see any spoilers online, which I was actually pretty good about because I watched it after it had already come out.
Same.
But I caught up and I watched the reunion.
I watched the reunion live. Yeah, I was waiting for it. I wish it was longer. I feel like there were things that they didn't address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was mostly about Kaylor and Aaron, and then
which I'm so
Casa Amor.
Yeah.
And they did bring up the thing with Andrea and Rob, though, and I didn't like her at all, so I don't blame anyone, but...
Yeah, but I feel like since I watched it late, I had already seen, on TikTok that people weren't liking Andrea by the time she came in, so I was like, she must be doing something weird, but I feel like she was fine on the show. It was just, after the fact, all the TikToks, she was, the cringe,
Yeah, well, I did see, I think they were talking about it in the reunion. The minute she got off the show, she started posting things about it, which I feel like is not that smart if you just left. And I understand if you have stuff to say about it, but maybe wait until everything is finished to get the full story, because then they go back and they watch the clips that obviously they haven't seen.
Yeah.
And people find out new things, like when Kaylor found out from Aaron what happened with Daniela.
Right, yeah, and especially because I remember them saying Andrea was talking badly about Leah.
Yeah.
And it's she was still on the island, she wasn't able to see that until months later, so that she probably thought they had a friendship, and then that's...
Exactly.
Yeah. The one thing I did think was interesting at the reunion was the whole backseat conversation where they played the entire 20-minute scene of them deciding to kick Andrea out.
Yes.
I don't think anyone took a backseat personally, but
yeah.
It was interesting that they decided to put the whole scene in there.
It was. I think they really needed to do it for everybody, at least everybody watching as well, because, I mean, you need to know the full story to know which side to pick, if there were sides to pick, but I liked Leah a lot. I liked her from the beginning, and, I mean, I think she's the one that has the most followers at this moment.
Definitely.
She's a fan favorite or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, her and, who did she end up with? I can't remember.
Miguel.
Yes. They're very cute. I've been looking at their TikToks.
Yeah, her and Miguel, and then Janae and Kenny I love.
Yes,
and obviously
also
Serena and Cordell. I honestly didn't think that was going to happen, but they're still together.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think the friendships that came out of it were good too. Liv and Kaylor are living together now. I keep seeing their TikToks. So yeah, I feel like it was a really good season to get me invested in the show. I wouldn't have liked it otherwise.
I tried watching some of the other seasons. I Googled which ones were the best.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get as into it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and then I tried watching the UK one, and I think they were all much older in the UK one. I think they're in their 30s, which
that's interesting.
Wasn't as relatable.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get past the accents. I feel like it'd be too hard for me to understand.
I
was already struggling with Aaron. Sometimes he would say stuff, and I was like, what?
I love the accents.
Yeah.
Hannah's makeup she did comment on that in the reunion, and I was so glad. And I did feel bad, but the whole time I was watching, I was like, I hate her makeup. It's so bad.
Every time
Something
she
needs to
kissed
tell
someone,
her.
it was everywhere.
It's
Like
all
it
over
was,
her face.
I just felt bad for her. Like it's a little embarrassing. Also, she looks great with like more natural makeup. Like I've
Yeah.
seen her on TikTok with that, and I was like,
And she did make the comment in the reunion,
yeah,
something about like, you guys have been hating on me for my makeup, so I changed it.
Aww.
Which was sad, but like,
But
it's like the blush blindness.
yeah, it had to happen.
It
She had
did.
to have the realization. Yeah. Okay, so the other big thing that's been happening recently is Sabrina Carpenter. She just came out with an album, which supposedly some of the songs are about Barry from Saltburn, and some of the songs are about Shawn Mendes and this whole love triangle with Camila.
Yeah.
Like there was like the music video with Jenna Ortega, which I think was supposed to be like about Camila and Shawn, and they're like, I don't know. I'm very confused by the whole thing.
I am too. I know that Sabrina and Barry broke up.
Okay.
I don't 100% know the reason, but I think I saw an article somewhere about like him being too immature and something about being too drunk all the time.
Well, because he does have a baby, and I've never
I
seen
didn't
him
know
with
that.
the baby. Yeah.
Oh.
So people were like, maybe he's just not a very responsible person. I don't know.
Well, after the Please, Please, Please song and the music video, I feel like that was way too recent for them to just break up. But
Yeah, she was foreshadowing a little bit, maybe.
yeah, it's a little awkward.
Yeah. But then at the VMAs, she performed her song that's about Shawn Mendes. And then Shawn Mendes sang a song, which I didn't know the song. I don't remember the song, but no comment. And then apparently Camila also performed. I didn't see that. But everyone was like, oh, they're all in the same room. Like, that's really awkward that they're all just like making songs about each other. Like, I don't know. It seems tense, but maybe they're friends. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I did hear about that as well, but I didn't see any of the performances.
Yeah.
I think I've only heard Taste a few times. I didn't listen to the full album.
Yeah.
But I really liked Bad Chem. That one's been stuck in my
That's my
head.
favorite.
That's a
Yep,
good one.
that's the best one. And I think that's a good note to end on. So that's all the celebrity gossip we have time for today. Next, we'll be reviewing some looks from the VMAs, so don't go anywhere.
There was so much great fashion at the VMAs last week, so let's take a look at some of our favorite looks.
Okay, Chapel Roan. She's kind of got like a witchy vibe going on here.
I really loved the dress that she had on, but I was not a fan of the coat. I feel like it really took away from the whole dress.
It totally did. She also had these like really long nails on, which I didn't love.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the very long nails.
Yeah, she just seemed like there's like kind of something sinister about this look. Love her, but sinister.
She definitely
look.
had a theme.
Yeah, it was very campy to me. And on the carpet, she like was getting yelled at by the paparazzi, and she like screamed back at them. And
Yeah.
it was like, I don't know if that was her best look, but this look in particular, like I like her vibe. She's very like out there and campy.
Yeah, she
and-
definitely has a specific vibe to her. I think I would rate the outfit like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Eight
I
down.
love Sabrina Carpenter. This
10.
was like probably one of my favorite looks of the whole VMAs.
She's doing so much like old Hollywood glamour. I love that she's bringing that style back.
And she just looks so good.
She looks amazing.
every time.
Every time. Her hair, her
The hair.
makeup, like everything. She looks
And
so
the dress
good.
is like a little simpler, but it's still so elegant.
Yeah, it puts the focus on her, not her outfit. Like she's wearing that dress. That
And
dress
the
is amazing.
jewelry really highlights the dress. And I love like the little bedazzling
Yeah,
at the top.
That's beautiful.
Honestly, like 10 out of
10
10.
out of 10.
Like,
10 out of 10
it has
for
to
me.
be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
This was disappointing.
Very disappointing. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Me as
and
well.
this, like, I was really underwhelmed. A lot of people were saying this was her trying to show a little reputation.
Yeah,
But for me, it was just kind of giving schoolgirl.
it's very Cher from Clueless vibes for me. I just don't think this fits like literally any of her brand
No,
or
it's not her
albums.
vibe at all. And I don't like what she was doing with the sleeves.
That was not it for me. I mean, I like the boots. Like
The boots were definitely a serve.
the boots were a serve. She won 7 VMAs this year. She's the artist with the most VMAs in
Wow.
history.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So she did great, but this was not her
but
best
the look was not great.
This was not
Maybe if
it.
it was a different pattern.
Yeah, and without the glove thing.
Without the sleeves.
Yeah.
I would probably rate it like 2.
2, yeah.
2 out of 10.
2 out of
I was
10.
really underwhelmed.
I was underwhelmed as well. Oh my God, I love Addison Rae.
I love her new song, but I wasn't a fan of this look.
I mean, I think she wore it really well on the
Yeah,
carpet.
but I think she could wear anything well.
Yeah.
I just really don't think this look was giving.
No, I think
The
it was like
top just didn't really look like it fit her right, unfortunately.
no, like there was like a weird padding thing going on.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to give Swan is the vibe I got from it.
Yeah. I wish the pants were a little different. A little too short for me, but I guess since she has the big poof, that is the outfit.
Yeah, I think I would have loved to see her in something a little bit different, but this is great.
Yeah, I think she could have done something a little classier.
Yeah, this is like a little too much for the VMAs, I feel.
agree. Like 6 out of 10, I think.
Yeah, I'm like 5.5.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
I
Oh
loved
my God,
this.
this is amazing.
The cutouts are perfect.
They're giving.
If I could afford that dress, I'd probably wear it because
Oh.
I love it.
That's a need for me.
The color is perfect, especially for like entering fall. I think the color is perfect.
Her
And
makeup
I
looks great.
love the bottom of the dress,
That
like
is
the
great.
fringe. I just honestly think this might
Like-
be my favorite look
I
from all of the VMAs.
serious? It's definitely one of my favorites. I think she looks amazing.
I think she looks amazing. I just love the cutouts and the shimmer of the dress.
Yeah.
And the bottom. She served. So I'm going to give her 10 out of 10.
I think she deserves a 10 out of 10 as well. Oh, good old Halsey. What is it with red this year at the VMAs?
I really like it.
I do too. It's making a comeback. Is that like cheetah?
I think it's like
leopard?
trying to give cheetah print, but I think with her hair,
It's too much.
see, I think the hair really complements the outfit.
I just don't like the bedazzling with the spots. I feel like you should have done one or the other. I think her hair
I feel like
complements the
it's
dress
good
really
for
well.
Halsey, but I don't think a lot of other people could pull it off, if
No.
you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
But I love the pattern. I wish there was like a few more cutouts. It's pretty simple of a dress, but I guess the pattern is what really sells it. Honestly, like 9 out of 10. I really like this one, and I think she served.
I'm going to give her like a 7 out of 10. I love it, but like too much going on and also like not enough at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, Glorilla.
I honestly do love like a matching pants set, but I hated the whatever kind of top she had under the jacket.
Yeah, that was a lot. Very
It
Miley
kind of
Cyrus
just
esque.
looked like she duct taped her top.
Yeah, no, it definitely like looks cheap.
It does look cheap. Like, I feel like I could find that at Party City.
I think she could do so much better. I do love like the tattoo being shown off down
yes,
her
I
like,
definitely love the
center of
tattoo
her
being
stomach.
shown off.
I think that's great.
I just think if she got a more elevated top for under the jacket, the look would be a lot better.
So much
But I
better.
definitely see her vision.
I get the,
I like the matching set. I honestly do like the pattern a lot. I think it's good for the VMAs. Like, it's shiny, metallic.
Yeah, I think that fits like the theme of the VMAs
Yeah,
as a
totally.
whole. Yeah.
She looks like she'd be in a music video, which I like.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it like 6.
I think 6.
I think
too.
a 6 out of 10.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
I really liked this too.
I loved her. Did you see her performance? at the
Yes.
VMAs? Oh my God, she's
so good.
she's amazing. She looks phenomenal. First of all,
her
like
body,
like-
so good, and
Yeah.
I like how she like looks wet.
I love the wet look. I feel like that's been in for a few years now. Like Kim did that at the
sure.
Met Gala.
But she like executed it perfectly, and
did.
I don't think I would ever expect her to pull up in this outfit, but I think she did a great job at it.
Yeah, and it fits like the vibe of her new album.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I like whatever she has on her arm.
That, like,
little
cuff.
arm jewelry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's not wearing any other jewelry, I don't think.
I don't think so
So
either.
I think it like stands out.
Yeah, it's very like Star Wars kind of vibes.
Yeah,
That's what I was
definitely
getting
Star
from it.
Wars. And I like the matching set, of course.
Of course, I love her hair. I love her makeup. Like she
The
just
makeup,
looks so good.
Whoever dressed her and got her ready for this event, like,
They deserve
did
a
a great
promotion,
job. I'd probably give it like 9 out of 10.
10. I love Katy Perry. Oh. I feel like he's getting irrelevant.
Yeah, honestly, same. I feel like he had a clear vision, And I guess this like is his brand kind of. So, but I just personally didn't like it.
I don't like it either. He's known
Maybe
to show
without the helmet. I don't know.
He's known to show to a red carpet and like quite the getup, and that's what people expect from him. But I don't know if this is kind of giving like pink Power Ranger vibes. To me.
I totally agree. I think, I just wasn't a fan. I really like the jacket.
The helmet is too much.
The helmet is too much. Like what's on the side of the helmet?
That looks like two funnels. Yeah. I don't know.
I think he's just doing a little too much.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it like 4.
Yeah.
Wasn't the worst thing I saw, but wasn't my favorite thing.
Wasn't the best by any means. Oh my God.
I love her.
I love her so
much. And I loved this look because I feel like a lot of people can't execute an all black look.
No.
But she killed it, especially with the little bob.
I was about to say the bob and the bang.
The bob makes the outfit, and like the bangs.
Yeah. I mean, she just like
whatever is going on at the bottom of the dress, I really
Could she walk in that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how she would walk down the carpet in that. It seems like it'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
But I like the basic silhouette with the big. I don't even know what you would call that. It's not a skirt.
Yeah, it's something else. It's really different.
It's really different, which I like.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 9.
I give it like an 8 out of 10.
Oh my! I love Suki Waterhouse.
I love her, and I love this outfit.
She just had a baby. She looks amazing.
I love the boa. I feel like a lot of people don't wear boas, especially to the VMAs, but I love that.
Bring back the boa.
Bring back the boa. It was such a nice touch, and it like makes the outfit pop.
And
I love the cutouts in the dress. I think the cutouts like make the outfit. It's another all black silhouette. So like maybe she could have done a little more color, something a little more fun. But I honestly think she did a really good job.
I think she did too. I mean, her face, her hair, she always looks phenomenal. Her dress looks like a little wrinkly to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I see that too. Like someone should have steamed it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what went awry there, but I'm gonna give her a 9.
8 out of 10.
Tate McRae.
I don't know. I think she could have gave us a little bit more. I think she's just giving a little bit college girl.
Yeah.
I just think she needed to put a little more clothes on.
I mean, it feels like a lot for the VMAs. Her red carpet fashion is like amazing. I feel like she's always in like a really great outfit.
Yeah.
This
just didn't live up to the hype. Like she could have done something better.
The black is boring. The lace is kind of boring.
Like we've seen this.
Yeah, I think you could put this on anyone. Like this doesn't feel like this is Tate McRae. Yeah, I think this is a 4
especially with like
me.
her new album. I feel like she could have came out in something like amazing, show-stopping. And this, I was kind of like, give me a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't think nobody moved with this one. Yeah,
I'd probably like 3 out of 10.
I think 4. I think she looks beautiful.
She obviously looks amazing, but.
I'm sure you've all heard about Blake Lively's new movie, It Ends With Us. So today we're going to discuss the movie and all the buzz surrounding it. I'm Lily B.
And I'm Lily G. Today we're talking about It Ends With Us, obviously. I read the book in 2020.
I think I read the book in 2021. So
it's an experience. Colleen Hoover is like definitely the type of author where it's like, I'm going to pick it up and it's a fun read, but I'm not going to like think about it other than that. But for this book, this is the only one of hers that's like stuck with me. So It Ends With Us follows Lily Bloom, an entrepreneur, opening up a flower shop in Boston where she meets this like charming guy, Raoul Kincaid. He's a surgeon. And in the books, it doesn't really make sense because he's like 25. So that doesn't happen, but anyway. Yeah. And she basically struggles to escape this cycle of violence and abuse we see from the beginning of her childhood to this new relationship with Raoul. And so that should be the main theme of this movie, escaping the cycle of abuse and the strength of survivors. And today we'll be kind of talking about how the film handles that and how Blake Lively handles that.
Yeah.
I
think a lot of the focus of the movie was taken away by the press surrounding it. We lost the plot in a big way.
And I think the plot was lost first when Colleen Hoover decided that a coloring book would be an appropriate kind of marketing tool.
Yeah,
for
kind
this
of
book,
like,
you know.
in addition to her like astounding book, like a coloring book to accompany a book about domestic
Personally,
violence.
I never would think like, ooh, domestic violence. I'm gonna write a book. Like,
Let's color that.
I mean, thank God it wasn't like a paint by numbers. Like,
Yeah,
you
no.
know, that would have been like a step too
That
far.
would have stepped too far. Yeah, not her best look. But that seems to be a theme for this movie. There's like a lot of mishandling.
It started on a bad note, and then just the Blake Lively of it all.
Yeah. So
She's a character.
let's get into this plot, because the book and the movie have some key differences. I read this book a long time ago, so correct me if I'm wrong. But in the book, a lot of so Blake Lively or Lily Bloom has another love interest in the
In the movie.
in the movie and in the book. His name's Atlas. He's who she ends up with at the end of it all. He's a great guy.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
But
sorry.
No, but it's fine. We're gonna get a lot of spoiler alerts today.
Yeah. Don't watch this if you haven't seen it. And in the book, a lot of Atlas's character is told through these like letters that Lily Bloom is writing in her journal, addressed to Ellen DeGeneres of all people.
What an interesting choice to make.
Yeah.
First of all, I never would think like Ellen DeGeneres is the person I want to put in my book. And that's not even.
No.
Anyway,
It's kind of not a move I'd make.
it's kind of not a move I'd make.
Never.
But they only had one reference to it in the movie, and it was just a shot of Lily writing a letter with Ellen DeGeneres at the top. And for a viewer who has never seen the book to just see a random like Ellen DeGeneres drop in the middle, like that's jarring. That's gonna go ahead and be jarring.
That's gonna go ahead and be really jarring, and again, like kind of takes the focus away.
No, it definitely does. And in the book, it does make a lot more sense because, well, honestly, a lot more sense.
When it includes Ellen DeGeneres, it never makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, as I said it, I was like, a lot more sense. No. But it does help explain the relationship between Lily and Atlas a lot more. And I think that's one thing we didn't get in the movie a lot. Enough of Atlas. And I was like, I left. First of all, I was crying. But other than that, I left and I was like, wait, where was Atlas?
Yeah, where was Atlas? There was like legitimately no context and background to his character. Like she just sees homeless boy crawling through window in her backyard, and like that's her love interest. And they don't explain like anything. She has like a heart tattoo on her collarbone, which is like representative of a heart that Atlas carved in a tree for her. And
that's a big moment. Like,
that's a big moment in the book. They just drop it in there.
You don't see a lot of the parts that like really connect the two of them together.
Yeah, it seems random.
Yeah, and so he gives her this magnet, and it's like better. What was it? Better in Boston. And this is in the book.
Better in Boston.
Yeah, better. Like everything's better in Boston, and he wants to go there one day and escape like his situation. And they kind of bond over like all the dreams they have, and that is like a central point. In the books, it's like, I mean, in the movie, they're just like she feeds him. They kiss on the school bus, and then they're together, and that's kind of it.
And then her dad beats him up.
Oh yeah,
and
it's not a good look.
And then he's kind of like never heard from again until she is back in Boston, or she moves to Boston to start her flower shop.
Yeah. Also, bad move. I just have to say, Lily Bloom flower shop. It was low hanging fruit.
Lily's blooms.
Come on.
Was.
As two lilies.
Yeah, as two lilies.
I think we can really speak on this.
That's like too much of a. Like that was low hanging fruit.
We've seen this.
I think you said it best.
Like it.
No, I've seen that before. Another key part of the movie is that the characters were all aged up a few years from the book.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that made it make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Because like, she's supposed to be 23 in the book, I think, and like what 23-year-old is like moving to Boston and opening her flower shop like all on her own and like doing that.
Yeah, just like with a small loan of $1 million. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense, actually. Yeah.
And I think it connects, as we were talking about before, it connects to like a wider audience now that they're aged up. So it would be something that like you could see with a parent and like better understand it. And it takes it out of like the YA genre and moves it to something that's like more universal, which I think was important for the film because, I don't know, it was something that needed to be so impactful in order for people to take it seriously and like really understand it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that was like a key point like made by Justin Baldoni, who plays Ryle, her main love interest.
Yeah.
And I think that shifts us towards the drama.
I think that wait, I just have to say, first off, like Justin, he looked great.
He looked phenomenal.
And at one point I was like, he looks a little too good. He looks like he's the villain here. And I should not, and for like 60% of the movie, I was like, oh, like when's his villain arc?
coming around.
I remember him being like awful and terrible and abusive. So like let's
see that.
Let's see that.
Yeah, I think that was kind of done to like give background to why Lily is like staying in this situation. Like make him really hot.
Make him really hot.
And
no, it's true though, because in order for like us to understand why a person experiencing domestic violence would stay in a relationship, it makes sense for us to see it through Lily's eyes, where it's like completely romanticized.
Yes,
and it's like she just wants to keep forgiving him and forgiving him and forgiving him, but yeah,
you can't.
That's not sustainable.
No, that's not sustainable. Eventually, that runs out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But Justin Baldoni, I mean, I think he's fantastic. I first saw him on Jane the Virgin.
I saw him on Jane the Virgin too, and I absolutely hated him based on his character in Jane the Virgin.
Oh.
Because he's so like villain, evil.
I really liked him on Jane the. I didn't like him towards the end, but like Jane the Virgin, he was like, I don't know. Michael was, to me, standing in the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Justin Baldoni always ends up playing these characters.
He said it was really difficult for him in like the filming of it, which makes sense, thank God. Because
he's like the nicest man ever.
I mean, if this didn't affect you like psychologically, I feel like, ooh, like you lack empathy.
Yeah, you lack empathy in a really big
way.
In a really big way. I think Justin Baldoni, he was obviously the director of the film. His entire brand is like reframing masculinity, taking away this like toxic masculinity archetype that we see in the media. He wrote a book for young boys. The name is escaping me right now, but about like how it's okay to like show emotions and like be an emotional man. And he's done a lot of great work, and he went into this movie really with the intention of addressing the topic of domestic violence and domestic abuse in a really thoughtful way and a thought-provoking way.
Yeah, and when it had its like the film and its early criticism, I feel like, the early criticism that I'm referring to is like the outfits and the choice to cast Blake Lively, an older like woman who people didn't see for the role, and just like the whole like thematically it looks so different than the books. And I was personally like, I wanted it to be brought to like justice. Like I wanted this like whole thing to play out well.
Yes. Nobody wanted to see this flop.
No one wanted to see this flop because, I mean, it really does address such like hard issues. But I was worried for Justin because I was like, he put his name on this, or originally he did. His name was the only one there. And then he hires Blake Lively to come on and play this really important person, and she comes on as producer to his director, and that's when it starts to, go south.
That's when the creative differences arrive.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the major drama surrounding this is like Blake really not addressing in her press for the movie. She does not address the topic of domestic violence.
Says like,
wear florals and see it
wear florals.
See it with your girlfriends. Like, I'm not wearing florals and seeing it ends with us with my girlfriends.
I will not be wearing florals to see this movie in.
No.
Thank God I didn't see a floral in that movie. I didn't see a single, everyone was in sweatshirts. Yeah. Like they knew what was up.
They knew what was up. They knew what they were getting themselves into.
Exactly.
She really like missed the mark there, which was disappointing.
Did you see the original movie poster versus like the new one?
Yes.
That was just black. It was like not black and white, but it was like more neutral tones. It was just like Justin and Blake in the center, like him around her shoulder, like kissing her or something. And then the taglines for both. And then the new poster, it's
like flowers in Blake Lively's hair.
And Blake Lively is smiling and joyous. And it is about the strength of survivors. But I mean, you see that poster and say you've never read the book before. You go in and you're like, oh, I'm about to see like a romance with Blake Lively. She's gonna eat this up.
And that's not what you're served.
And a lot of people, and I saw this on social media, were like, oh, I didn't know I was walking into something on domestic abuse. Like I wasn't prepared for that.
There was not a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie, which is like a pretty large part of the criticism. And allegedly there's 2 separate cuts of the film, like Justin's cut and Blake's cut, that like are completely different. I don't know which one ended up being released. Probably Justin's. But I don't know. Blake is kind of everywhere in that.
Yeah. But. I mean, and the final part let's touch on is Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God.
Rewriting the rooftop scene.
Yes. The pivotal scene in this movie, and it's like comes at the beginning, is how they meet. And Ryan Reynolds, of all people, rewrote the scene for the movie.
And that was a step too far, honestly. Like, in
He
terms
has
of
his toe in
creative
every
differences.
pool.
Too many pools.
Too many pools and too many toes.
Too many pools and too many toes. It's like you can't. When does it end?
When does it end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We could honestly, I could keep going on this forever, but I think we do have to start wrapping it up.
but it's been lovely.
Yeah. That's all for this episode of eTalk. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.